What's up, flamethrowers? It is me, Flame the Dragonhawk here, and welcome to another installment of Ask the Sonic Crew. That is right, guys. We are back with some more Ask the Sonic Crew. And guys, believe it or not, guys, today is the big day of the war against the Anti-Flame Syndicate. So, before the war, I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be doing another video checking up on our weapons and stuff, making sure everything is all good, and yeah, and then the war will start. But anyway, until then, I have enough time to do this episode of Ask the Sonic Crew, which, by the way, guys, is featuring 5 of the legendary cartoon characters. In fact, if it wasn't for these cartoon characters, none of the other cartoon characters would be here today. So, without further ado, guys, let me introduce you guys to Team Mickey. That's right, guys. I got Mickey and his friends here. Well, of course, introductions. First up, guys, we have the mouse that started it all. He's the leader of his own franchise. He's pretty much the mascot of Disney himself. And, of course, he's always bring joy and smiles to children, young and old. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. That's right, guys. Mickey is here.
Oh, hello everyone. It's me, Mickey Mouse.
Hey, Mickey, how's it going?
Everything's just fine, Flame. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Whew. It's been a hot minute since I last saw you. Last time I saw you was during yours and Minnie's wedding.
Yep, and by the way, guess what?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm a father.
Wait, Mickey, you and Minnie had a baby?
Yep, a girl.
Aw, well that's so cute. That's great. Congratulations, Mickey. Oh man. Anyway, now moving on to next. Next up we have is the other mouse that started it all. She is Mickey's sweetheart. She's Mickey's sweetheart. And, not to mention, all-time partner for life. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Minnie Mouse.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all again, especially you, Flame.
It's nice to see you too, Minnie, and congratulations on the baby.
Aw, thank you.
Aw, well, I am really happy that you guys actually got together and finally had a baby. It's about time. Okay, well, next up we have is the tallest member of the group. He's a little bit, well, silly. He's a little bit, well, not a little bit. He's a lot silly. He's crazy sometimes. He may not be the smartest member, but he does contribute a whole lot. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Goofy.
Gorge, howdy everybody. It's nice to see you all again.
Yeah, how you been doing, Goofy?
I've been doing fine. And you?
I've been doing good. So, Goofy, how are things in your end?
Well, I'm always trying to find a way to help out Mickey and my friends any way I can. Sure, even though I do mess up, I always give it my 100%, as I should.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, next up we have is Minnie's very best friend. She's been her best friend for years. She's really nice and sweet and kind, and she shares Minnie's love for, well, bows, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Daisy Duck.
Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you, especially you, Flame. Minnie told me a lot about you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too, Daisy. So, where's you know who?
Oh, he's right here.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys, last but not least, we have Mickey's other friend. He's a bit hot-headed. And a little bit hard to understand at times. And yeah, it's gonna be really hard for me to translate what the heck he says, but I'm gonna try my best. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Donald Duck.
Howdy, everybody. It's nice to see you all again.
Donald, are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. What of it?
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be really hard to do. This is gonna be really, hard to do. Luckily, Professor Von Drake, gave me, this. Have you guys ever seen that episode of DuckTales? Professor Von, believe it or not, one of those, guys put a translator thing in Donald, so that way his voice would sound normal. So, here. There you go, Donald. Can you speak now?
Yeah.
What the heck? Okay, well, the deep voice is gonna have to go good, I guess. I don't know.
Gosh, that's definitely something.
Yeah, I know, Goofy. Okay, well, anyway, let's begin. Alright, guys, well, sadly, I couldn't get any of the, villains to show up to help me out, I guess. But anyway, guys, I decided to bring on not one, but two other characters who know these guys very, very well. Believe it or not, guys, Mickey was not the only one who started this franchise. He had a little bit of help. He's his own brother. Well, they're not really brothers, but not by blood, but in a way they are brothers because they were both created by the same person. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the prototype Mickey Mouse, or whichever lots of people call him. Everybody, may I present to you Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, and of course, I can't forget about his sweetheart, the ever so beautiful Hortensia the cat. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. It's nice to see you and meet you, Flame. It's nice to meet you too, Oswald. Yeah, my brother Mickey told me a lot about you. Well, really? Like what?
Well, there's lots of things he told me about you. You see, he told me that you're a legendary hero.
Oh, well, he speaks the truth. He speaks the truth. I am a legendary hero. I'm known all throughout the multiverse. It's definitely crazy. But anyway, guys, without further ado, let's begin with Ask the Sonic Crew. Now, I do apologize if your question did not get read out, ladies and gentlemen. You can always try again next time for the next episode of Ask the Sonic Crew. Okay, guys? Anywho, without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so the first question we have here is for, of course, Mickey. Okay, so, Mickey, this question here is for you. Are you happy that Sora finally made it into Super Smash Bros?
Oh, yep, I actually am. I really am happy that Sora finally made it into Super Smash Bros. To tell you the truth, I never actually knew that Sora was going to make it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mario, he actually came to me and he asked me if I can put Sora in the game.
Well, I didn't know that you and Mario knew each other.
Well, yes, it's just that, me and Mario, we sort of have a lot in common.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're both saving, your sweethearts from evil people.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Mario's always saving Peach from Bowser. You're always saving Minnie from Pete.
Yeah, our enemies are always all big and fat.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, thanks for answering that question, and hopefully, maybe one day, I get to meet Sora.
Didn't you already meet him? I already gave you the Keyblade.
Yeah, I know, but I don't really know if I actually have met Sora. I know my brother Sonic met him, because, my brother Sonic is in Smash Bros.
Yeah, how is Sonic, by the way?
Oh, he's alright. He's cool. Whew, I really am happy for him. Anyway, moving on. Oswald, go ahead and ask the question to Minnie, alright? Alright, let's see what we got here. Here we go. So, Minnie, this question here is for you. Why the world did you ever break up with Mortimer Mouse?
Oh no, not this guy.
Relax, Mickey. Everything's just fine. Anyway, the reason why I broke up with him was because he cared nothing about me but himself and money. I can't be with a man like that.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, 'cause the last time I seen Mortimer, The last time I seen him was definitely horrible. You see, when I first met him, I thought he was a really nice guy. But all he did was make me mad. And of course, treating me like dirt. Sure, he did make me laugh every now and then, but that was way in the past. Now that I met Mickey, everything's just fine.
Yeah. except for around the Mickey Mouse Works era, you know, Mortimer digs right into a little black book and try and separate you and Mickey.
Yeah, he thinks that just because he has a lot of money, he's a whole lot more taller than Mickey and all that other stuff. He thinks he can just do whatever he wants. But nope.
Yeah, Mickey definitely gave him a run for his money, huh?
Many times.
Okay. Alright, Hortensia, you can go ahead and ask your question to Daisy.
Alright, okay, let's see. Here we go. To Daisy, how do you put up with Donald's temper? Oh, well, that's simple, really. It's because I do love him very much. I mean, I have a little bit of a temper myself. I just don't show it as much as Donald does. I mean, Donald gets mad at the littlest things. Like, he gets mad at the drop of a hat. And me, I only get mad when it comes to certain things. Like, major certain things. But when it comes to Donald, I don't know what to do with him. Plus, not to mention, he is really nice and sweet in his own way. Just a little bit on the temper side.
Yikes. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I deal with my friends who have major tempers. Just ask my friend Shadow. Ugh. Anyway, next question is for Goofy. Okay, Goof, this question here is for you. Oh, now this question, it's about your son.
Maxie?
Yeah, Max. So, everybody wants to know, who is Max's mother?
Well, gosh. I'm sorry to answer that, folks, but that's a mystery.
Come on, Goofy. You had to hook up with somebody in order to have Max. I mean, come on. When are you going to enlighten everybody? Everybody wants to know, who is Max's mother? I mean, come on. Really think about it.
Well...
Come on, Goof. Think about it. Who's Max's mother?
I'm sorry, I can't remember.
What the? Goofy, are you serious? You can't remember who the world you with in order to create Max? What the world?
Well, I'm sorry. It's been years. You don't expect me to remember everybody who I encountered.
Goofy, that's pretty much the whole point. You always gotta remember your friends. Because think about it like this. If you forget your friends, then you shouldn't have met them in the first place. Because think about it. I mean, think about if you ever forgotten Mickey, or Minnie, or Donald, or Daisy, or any of your other friends.
Well, gosh, that would be really bad.
Of course it would be bad. So, come on, Goof. Spill the beans. Who's Max's mother? Besides, I'm pretty sure everybody really wants to know. I mean, come on, think about it. We've seen Max on many different movies, like Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, and don't forget about the Goofy movie, and then the Extreme Goofy movie, and also, not to mention, on the House of Mouse. So, come on, and everybody wants to know, who is his mom?
Again, I'm sorry, but I just can't spill that.
Oh, well, fine. Alright, Goof. You don't have to say anything. I'll just move on to Donald. Okay, Oswald, go ahead and ask your question to Donald. And with his new voice modulator, it's going to be really easy for us to understand him now. I sure hope so. Okay, anyway, this question is for you, Donald. So, everybody really wants to know this. why are you so jealous of Mickey? I mean, and here's an example. Every time when someone sings the Mickey Mouse Club theme, you always come behind and say your own name. And then another thing in the Mickey Mouse Works in the April Fool's episode, when Mickey told you to tell the social worker who he was, just because he got your name wrong and mistaken you for Daisy Duck, you pretended not to know him, just so that way you can take over the whole franchise. You even fantasized of taking over the whole House of Mouse. So my question is, why are you so jealous of Mickey?
Okay, I'll admit it. Look, it's because I came second to Mickey. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mickey, you're a really great guy, but come on, think about it. I'm known as an accessory to you. I mean, all of us are. We all have our, our little quirks. I mean, you being the main character, Minnie being your love interest, Goofy being your wacky sidekick, Daisy being the best friend of your love interest, and me being a friend/rival. Do you think I want that? So that's why I get jealous of you sometimes, Mickey. I mean, you're a whole lot better than me. You're a major success than me.
Donald, that's not true. You have your own show and spotlight and everything. Like, you got your own cartoons. You have your own show with DuckTales and everything, even though you do make a few cameos in there. And also, not to mention, you're part of the Three Caballeros.
Oh yeah, my little group.
Yeah, so don't ever say that you're a accessory to Mickey. You're awesome in your own way. Donald. I mean, sure, people may not like you because of your temper, and not to mention you're always trying to shove Mickey out of the spotlight, but people really do like you a lot, Donald. People really do.
You really think so?
I know so. Come on. Think about all the great things you did for people.
Well, I guess you're right. I am quite awesome in some ways.
Yeah, so, Donald, do me a favor. Maybe just try and, share the spotlight. I mean, that's what Mickey does most of the time with you. He shares his spotlight. He's not a glory hog like lots of other people that I know. I mean, sure, he may be the main mascot of his franchise, and whenever people say, think of a Disney character, the first thing to think of is Mickey Mouse. I mean, come on, just really think about it. People love you too. Heck, I got a whole collection of you guys' plushies. And what's the one plushie that I always sleep with at night? Donald, because he's crazy and funny. That's why I like him a lot.
Aw, well, thanks a lot, Flame.
No problem. Anyway, let's get on to the group question here. Oh, man. Okay, so this group question is definitely interesting. Hortensia, you can go ahead and ask this.
Alright, let's see. Oh my. This one is definitely funny. So guys, this question here is for you. Do you guys ever think about bringing back the House of Mouse?
Well, I don't really know if we should bring it back, guys. What do you think?
I think it would be great, Mickey. I mean, having our old jobs back, that would be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would love to meet all the different Disney stars again.
And gosh, I would love to wait tables again. And I would love being the co-owner with you, Mickey.
And of course, me being the leader.
And of course, me paying the bills and everything. I mean, why do I always have to get the hard job?
Don't worry, Minnie. And besides, I honestly think that this thing is going to be different. Right, Oswald? You got that right. Because, guess what? I am actually running the House of Mouse right now. Even though it is a little bit weird. So, guys, I was thinking maybe I can hire you guys back. Unless, of course, you guys are too busy.
Are you kidding me? Being part of the House of Mouse was definitely a big part of our lives. I mean, it brought out, and I mean, don't get me wrong, the House of Mouse was definitely kind of crazy, but it was really great. And plus, not to mention, with all the other new Disney characters out here, that's definitely going to get used to, seeing some new and familiar faces.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure all the other classic Disney characters still need a break. Still need a break from all the TV shows and movies that they have done.
Yeah, so I guess it might be wise to open up the House of Mouse again.
Yeah, and Oswald has a surprise for you, Mickey.
Really?
Yep. Here it is. It's actually an artist rendering of you guys running the House of Mouse together.
Oh, well, that's definitely great. I love it. I love it. And, wait a minute. If Oswald and I are going to be partners, then where does that leave Donald?
Well, I thought about that. And the House of Mouse is going to have 3 owners. Of course, Donald is going to be the third owner. Gosh, I'm definitely honored, Oswald. Thanks. It's no problem, Donald. And of course, Hortensia and Minnie, they're going to take care of the booking department. And of course, Donald and of course Daisy is going to still be the hostess. And of course, Goofy is still going to wait tables with a little bit of help from the Mary Poppins penguins. And, of course, Max is still going to be the valet. Okay, well, that's good.
Hey, Flame,
Yes?
how would you like to be part of the House of Mouse as well? I mean, you're just as part of our team, too.
I guess, maybe, I mean, I am already the king of Mobius, but I guess maybe running a cartoon club can't hurt. Plus, not to mention, I'll get to meet my favorite Disney character. Well, besides you guys. You see, guys, there's one Disney character that I really do look up to when I was younger, and that would definitely be Simba from The Lion King. Simba from The Lion King. He knows what it takes to be a great leader of a full-fledged team. He knows what it's like.
I can actually arrange for you to meet Simba.
Really? You know him?
Of course. Him, Rafiki, Timon and Pumbaa, and lots of others from The Lion King always come by the House of Mouse all the time. They just love the food there.
Oh, well, that's cool. So, I guess... Thanks, Mickey. I would definitely love to meet Simba. In fact, maybe I might bring him onto the channel. Maybe. Who knows? It's going to be a little bit weird to bring on a lion. It's going to be really hard to bring on a lion, but I'm sure everything will be fine. Okay, enough of this group question. Time for round 2 of this. Alright, Mickey, this question here is for you. Oh. Now this question is definitely going to be awesome. So, Mickey, out of the following villains, which one do you think was the worst? Pete, Mortimer, the Phantom Blob, the Mad Doctor, or I don't know. I think that's it.
Well, there were lots of villains. Let's think. Well, all the Mad Doctor did was try to, remove my heart. That was just bad on so many levels. But he actually did forgive himself, and not to mention he got reformed. Then there's the Phantom Blob, or Blot, whatever his name is. I haven't seen him in a long while. Last time I seen him was when he went to jail in the House of Mouse for stealing all the colors. It was just bad. Really, really bad. I mean, just ask Minnie. She pretty much, went through the whole thing with, black and white. Not that we weren't in black and white before. Mortimer? Well, I definitely will have to say I hate Mortimer. I still hate him. I mean, all those years of him trying to steal Minnie away from me, that was just bad. Really bad. And plus, I'll never forget the time he actually set me up to go to jail.
Wait, He set you up to go to jail?
Uh-huh. You see, I was all set and ready to go for our date, me and Minnie. You see, but I still had some time to spare. So I was in my yard playing with Pluto with a baseball. And of course, Mortimer, he hatched one of his plans. He actually took the ball, planted it in his living room, and pretended to get out of the shower. And he called the cops on me, and he claimed that that baseball was his. And I knew it was mine. So I was locked up. Luckily, Goofy, he helped me out. And then, finally, I managed to get out of jail, into some decent clothes, and run to the cafe to where Minnie was. But Mortimer, he was already on the same path as I was, so I hightailed it out of there. Luckily, the cops finally found out that Mortimer planted everything, and he went to jail, and I continued with my date with Minnie.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, Mortimer, he is always up to his old tricks, isn't he?
Uh-huh. Like, I'll never forget the time he actually told Minnie that I was trying to find someone more sophisticated for me. I mean, remember that whole article with MM?
Oh yeah, I remember. And of course, everybody was like, it's Minnie Mouse. No, it's Mickey Mouse. And you guys thought, it's kind of crazy and everything. But in reality, it was actually Mortimer. He was trying to set y'all up.
Yeah, I know. But luckily, everything is just fine at the end. And it's not like that there's anything that Mortimer can do now. Me and Minnie, we're married. And, not to mention, we have a daughter.
Yeah, I know. I'm just glad that Mortimer, I haven't seen his ugly mug in years. I wonder what he looks like now.
Probably garbage.
Yeah, probably. Okay, well, thanks for answering that question, Mickey. Oh, wait a minute. What about Pete?
Well, to tell you the truth, Pete, he has actually given me a run for my money for the years. But ever since Mickey Mouse Clubhouse came out, Mickey and the Roadster Racers and all that other stuff, Pete actually redeemed himself from being a bad guy. I'm actually happy that he's actually on our side now. I mean, sure, every now and then he does often show his bad guy ways again, but it's all in good fun. It's not like that he's kidnapping Minnie again or setting me up and all this other stuff, trying to, kill me and destroy me and all this other stuff. It's not like that he's doing all that again, and he's not. It's just simple, my harmless pranks. Like, I'll never forget in Mickey and the Roadster Racers during that Halloween episode, he actually, planted traps all over the racetrack. It was just crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty crazy. If only I was there. Yeah, if only I was there. That would have been great. Anyway, next up is Minnie. Okay, Oswald, go ahead and ask your question to Minnie. Okay, let's see. Here we go. To Minnie. When you first met Mickey, how was he to you?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mickey, he was, believe it or not, guys, you guys might think I'm lying because of this, but Mickey, he was a little bit of a pervert.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I couldn't help it. I was actually in love. And to tell you the truth, I really didn't know that much about love. And, I was just going off of what my dad told me.
Whoa, you mean Walt told you about all that stuff?
No, not really. I'm talking about my other dad.
Other dad?
Yeah. His name is Marty Mouse. People don't really know him because he never made a screen appearance. But anyway, he always told me about how to treat women. And so I just followed my dad's advice. And, let's just say I followed it wrong. Really, really wrong.
Yikes, I know. That was pretty bad. And, of course, I'll never forget the day that you met Minnie again.
Yep, it was on the legendary cartoon Steamboat Willie.
Yeah, when Minnie was trying to catch the steamboat, luckily you helped her on, right?
Yep, and then there was that other one. Then there was that other cartoon where I met Minnie at this stage show well, it was a stage show, but it was at the carnival where I was selling my hot dogs. And then I gave her one. And before you know it, we fell in love.
Yeah. Yeah. It is really legendary to see how well you and Minnie actually get along pretty well.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I really do love Mickey a lot. I mean, sure, every now and then he does sometimes make me mad, but what couple doesn't make each other mad? The best part of being mad at Mickey is making up.
Yeah. Me and Daisy, we actually have the same problems. Except for, the whole making up thing. It takes a while for us to make up, especially when it's my fault.
You can say that again, Donald.
Okay. Before we have a couples fight going on in here, let's move on to the next question, okay? Let's just move on to the next question. And it's Daisy's turn. Okay, Daisy, this question here is for you. Hortensia, you can read it.
Right, okay, let's see. Here we go. To Daisy, do you get jealous of Minnie just like how Donald gets jealous of Mickey? Absolutely not. I would never get jealous at Minnie. She's my best friend. I mean, of course, most of the time, she does sometimes make me mad, but what friends don't make each other mad? Now just wait one moment, Daisy. When was the last time I ever made you mad? Years ago, during the Mickey Mouse Works. Remember those years when you and Mickey invited me to go on a road trip with you to see the sunset?
Daisy, you kinda crashed.
Oh, right. And then there was that time you offered to help me sell hair bows. Daisy, you kind of forced me to do that. Oh, well. Oh, then what about the time you invited me to, use your shower? Daisy, you kind of broke into my house, and you just assumed I let you use my shower. Oh, well, I guess there wasn't that much for us to get mad at, huh?
Yeah, I mean, come on, Daisy. Think about it. Minnie is a reasonable friend. She's a reasonable friend. And hey, if you were in her place, I'm pretty sure she would get mad too. But the best part about being friends and being mad at each other is finding a way to make up, so that way you guys continue to be friends.
He does have a point, Daisy.
I guess you're right.
There you go. See? So, does that mean that you and Minnie actually do get jealous of each other?
Of course not. We never get jealous at each other. And besides, I'm not really looking for that much of fame anyway.
Okay, well, anyway, let's move on to the next question. Goofy, it's all you. Oh, okay, so... Okay, so this is definitely interesting. It's a relationship question. To Goofy, do you feel bad for stealing Clarabelle away from her boyfriend, Horace Horsecollar?
Well, to tell you the truth, Clarabelle and Horace weren't really going out. They were just really close friends. Besides, I honestly didn't think that Clarabelle and Horace were actually in love with each other. So I just, I was just minding my own business at my house, fishing. Then next thing you know, Clarabelle, she comes around crying because Horace stood her up. And so I comfort her a little bit. I told her that fishing always calmed me down. So she started too. And then next thing you know, we sort of clicked.
Oh, well that's cool, Goofy. Are you and Clarabelle still going out?
Sadly, no. She's been spending less time with me and more time with Daisy and the girls. But think about it. What couple doesn't need their space every now and then, right?
That is true. There's been many times I need a break from Sarah. I mean, I do love her deeply. I love her deeply. But you know, every now and then, most couples, they always do need, space from each other. So that way, they can get closer together. You know that saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder?
There's been many times I heard that.
Yeah, and plus, not to mention, Mickey, how close are you and Minnie when you guys are apart and when you guys get together?
Oh, trust me, really close. And besides, you already saw the end result. Us getting married.
Yeah, I know. And it's about time, too. Anyway, moving on. Okay, Donald, this question here is for you. Oh boy, now this is definitely an interesting question. You ready for it, Donald?
Lay it on me.
Okay, so, Donald, oh boy. Okay, now this question is, a little bit interesting. Okay, so, how do you really feel about your nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie? Because most of the time, you want to, fight them. And other times, you want to love them. So, how do you really feel about your nephews?
I love them. Of course, they do often get on my nerves a whole lot. Of course, they do get on my nerves a lot. I mean, I'll never forgive them for what they did to Christmas.
Oh yeah, for those of you guys who don't know what the heck happened, it happened on Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they made a Christmas wish that it would be Christmas forever. And let's just say it just flew off in the space-time continuum. It was just bad, really bad.
Yeah, and I'll also never forget what they did during Christmas time.
Yeah, I know. And Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, they traveled to the North Pole to take themselves off of Santa's naughty list.
Yeah, you don't mess with Santa's naughty list. Trust me.
Yeah, trust and believe me, you do not want to mess with Santa's naughty list. Anyway, so how do you actually feel about Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
I love them, like I said before. I mean, like I said, sure, they do get on my nerves a lot. They do make me mad, and not to mention they do go on crazy adventures all the time. I mean, just ask their Uncle Scrooge. I mean, think about it. But you do have to admit, Uncle Scrooge, he does actually take very, very good care of the boys. He really does. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're like the only family that he has. Them, me, Della Duck, Daisy Duck, and lots of others.
Yeah. By the way, bonus question for you, Donald. How well do you get along with Daisy's nieces, April, May, and June?
Oh, those three? Well, I haven't hardly seen them around. It's just that, they're always so busy and stuff. I'm starting to think they're almost like the gender-bent version of Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
In some ways, they kind of are. Because when it was Ladies' Night in the House of Mouse, they took over the band. That was really interesting.
Yeah, it was. And by the way, it was really interesting how Huey, Dewey, and Louie, they were really good at, providing the music for the House of Mouse.
Yeah, I mean, it was really interesting. They went from the Backstreet Boys to the Splashing Pumpkins. It was really interesting, really.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I'm proud of my boys.
Okay, well, anyway, group question, let's do this. Okay, group question, let's do this. Alright, guys, this question here is for you. Ooh, and it's a really good one. How did you guys feel about the Mickey's 90th Spectacular way back during Mickey's 90th birthday? Because I guarantee you guys definitely enjoyed it.
I actually enjoyed it. I mean, it reflected everything back at me that I've done to people, and it also talked about all my many different loves. For my love of music, traveling, making people happy, sports, and of course, Minnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it too, especially how well they showed how much Mickey is a fashion trait. I mean, every now and then, people's always rocking the mouse ears, or anything else that has Mickey's face on it, or mine. Yes, I actually enjoyed it too. Even though me, Daisy, and Goofy only showed up at the end of it, it was really good. And plus, not to mention, Mickey even talked about how well we get along with each other.
Well, gosh, I really enjoyed it. After that show, me, Mickey, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy, we all gathered round at Mickey's house, and we also had another party. It was great. Yeah, that was really great. I was really happy for Mickey. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said before, me and Mickey, we may not get along, but we really do love each other very much. We're almost like brothers in a way.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's great to know. That's great. Well, that's great to know how much Mickey actually had a full impact on you guys. And, Mickey, I do have to say, you're a mouse that will not only stop bringing cheers and smiles to lots of people, young and old, you're also a legend. And I'm just going to flat out say this. If you go, everybody is definitely going to be devastated. Because you have a big impact on people throughout the years. You and lots of other cartoon characters that came after you. But of course, we can always remember, you're the one that started this franchise. And I guarantee you, you're the one that's going to carry it from time to time.
Aw, shucks. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, just look at other characters who are leaders of their own franchises, like Bugs Bunny and Warner Brothers, SpongeBob and Nickelodeon. I don't really know who's the main mascot of Cartoon Network. I don't really know. But when it comes to, Disney, you're it, Mickey. You're definitely it. I mean, come on. You got all sorts of different Disney shows. Like, you got Disney Channel, you got Disney Junior, then you got Disney XD, and lots of others. You even got control of ABC to put Disney movies on there.
Yep, I actually did. It was really great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, here's your question, Mickey. We're going into round 3, and then it's the final round. Mickey, what were you thinking about introducing Marvel and, not to mention, Star Wars into Disney World? Like, what were you thinking? I mean, I thought Disney World is all about Disney, not Marvel superheroes and, Star Wars. And not to mention Avatar, I think. Wait, is Avatar part of Disney? I don't really know. I forgot. But anyway, what were you thinking, Mickey?
Well, not that many people, they do sometimes get tired of us. So I thought, maybe I can actually make people happy by actually giving them what they like. So I did research, and lots of people actually really like Star Wars, and not to mention superhero movies. So I thought maybe, just maybe, I can actually bring, Marvel and Star Wars into Disney World. So that way, lots of people can be happy.
Well, that's good to know, Mickey. Give the people what they want. I mean, sure, people, they do love seeing you guys, but I guarantee you lots of people really love seeing their favorite Marvel superhero or seeing their favorite Star Wars character like C-3PO or Kylo Ren, or, seeing their favorite Marvel superhero like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, whatever, and especially Black Panther, may he rest in peace. So it's definitely interesting. I really am happy that you actually did introduce those characters into Disney. Plus, not to mention all these other shows too, like Family Guy and The Simpsons and lots of others.
Oh yeah, those were for the adults and stuff.
Oh, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. Okay, anyway, moving on. Minnie, this question here is for you. what was your best moment when it came to Mickey? Like, what was the best date that Mickey has ever brought you on?
The best date?
Yeah.
Well, there was this one date we did. I don't really want to talk about it.
Oh, come on, Minnie, please. Spill the details, please.
Well, alright, I'll tell you. It's that cartoon where Mickey switched brains with that monster. And by the end of that episode, me and Mickey, we actually went on that amazing cruise. It was really amazing.
Oh, yeah, that. By the way, Minnie, did you really found out that Mickey actually did forget your anniversary that day?
Yeah, he explained it, but it was all in the matter of love. I forgave him that night. Of course, on the first night of our little vacation, I had him sleep on the couch in the hotel room. But then, when the second night came around, I forgave him. I gave him a long enough punishment. And so we, that on the second night. And then on the third night, we actually had dinner, and then we relaxed and watched the fireworks on the cruise ship. And then finally we had to go back home. And let's just say, when we walked through Mickey's house, when we walked through Mickey's door, Mickey walked in with a face full of lipstick marks.
Yeah, I guarantee you he had lipstick on other places besides his face.
Flame, how did you know about that?
I was guessing, dude. I mean, come on. It's quite obvious what happened on that cruise ship. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Boing, boing. Okay, Mickey, I'm gonna stop messing with you. I'm gonna stop. Okay, anyway, moving on to Daisy. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oswald, you can go ahead and read this question to Daisy. Alright, let's see. Here we go. So, Daisy, this question here is for you. So, out of the following, do you consider this person a third in your little group with Minnie? Clarabelle Cow or Clarice the Chipmunk? Oh, snap! That's a good one! That's a good question! Well, Daisy, what do you think?
I don't really know. Me and Clarabelle and Minnie, we actually are really tight. We actually get along pretty well. Especially when it came to, running the House of Mouse during, when it came to, ladies' night. It was really interesting. But unfortunately, Minnie, she wanted to stick with the schedule instead of letting me and Daisy do it. Instead of letting me and, Clarabelle do whatever we wanted.
Well, it was kind of crazy. If you think about it.
Well, yeah. And as for me and Clarice and Minnie, well, we were somewhat kind of the main love interests. Like, I'm the main love interest for Donald, Minnie's the main love interest for Mickey, and Clarice is the main love interest of Chip and Dale.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of crazy how Chip and Dale, they actually share a girl. It's a little bit odd, but it's something, I guess. I'm starting to think that Clarice, is like one of those forgotten cartoon characters. She's like one of those forgotten characters. I wonder whatever happened to her. I know that she's actually part of Disney World, or Disneyland in France. But I don't know if she's around here, like around in Florida or California for Disneyland and Disney World out here. I don't know. But I guess lots of people seem to remember Clarice. I hope they do. Oh yeah, by the way, moving on. Okay, Goofy, this question here is for you. Hortensia, you can go ahead and read this.
Alright. Okay, Goof. This question here is for you. How's Max's and Roxanne's, relationship? Have they kicked it over to the next level yet?
Well, Gorsh, to tell you the truth, Max isn't going with Roxy anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember he's going with that girl that he met in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas, right?
Yup.
Well, how's their relationship?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. But he's still a little bit too young for that level.
Okay, well that's good to know. I mean, one thing I know about you cartoon characters, your age number might go up, but your bodies, I don't know. I don't know about that. But anyway, so where is Roxy anyway?
Well, I don't know. Not that many people heard from her yet. I don't know. Last time I remember seeing her was in that episode of The House of Mouse where Maxie brought her over for a little date.
Yeah, that was the last time I remember seeing her too. I wonder where she is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know where she is either. Well, I guess we'll figure out something else. Okay, Donald, this question here is for you. Okay, let's see. Ooh, here's a good question. So, Donald, how did you feel when you met your sister? How did you feel when you finally got reunited with your sister, Della Duck, aka Huey, Dewey, Louie's mom?
I was actually really happy that I got reunited with my sister. I mean, she was lost in space for many years. She even missed out on watching her little ducklings grow up. But, luckily, she did manage to find a way to get back to Earth, and everything's just fine.
Well, I'm glad everything's fine. I really am glad. So, what are they up to anyway?
Well, right now they're spending as much mother and son time.
Well, that's good to know. I really am happy. Anyway, how do you feel about her?
Well, I forgave her for abandoning her ducklings and leaving me and Daisy and, of course, Uncle Scrooge for taking care of them. But there wasn't much that we could have done anyway. I mean, sure, they were troublesome throughout the years, but I am really happy that, I got to raise such good boys. Well, good-ish boys.
Okay, well, thanks for answering that question. Okay, so, guys, this question here is the group question, and it's for all of us. Whew. Guys, are you more than willing to help out Flame with the Anti-Flame Syndicate? I mean, are you guys willing to help out?
You betcha! I'm more than willing to help defend you, Flame.
Thanks.
Of course, I will be there too, if Mickey's going.
Thanks, Minnie.
Gorsh, if there's a fight that needs to be fought, I'm more than happy to help.
Well, that's great.
You can count on me too.
Thanks, Donald. What about you, Daisy?
Well, alright. I'll help.
Excellent. We got another team here. Because this war is definitely going to be crazy big. Anyway, thanks for answering these questions, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, guys, please leave a like and comment down below. And also, guys, I do apologize if your question did not get read out. You can always try again next time for the next episode of Ask the Sonic Crew. And if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so that way you guys will be updated whenever I post. And be sure to keep an eye out for another video later where I go through my weapons and stuff, making sure that everything is just fine. Anyway, this is Flame the Dragon Hog signing out for now. Later, flamethrowers!